starts off with, we all know that that's how it starts. We've all felt that. And then we've got that look of indignation, like, oh no you don't, Holy Spirit. But let's watch how Robert Redford and the Holy Spirit gently. In there, it's not so ready to be subdued. We all know that feeling too. Just when you think it's subdued. This is an experienced healer working here. It doesn't look pretty, but it's getting the job done. That's the thing we could say. Robert Redford is not people-pleasing with this horse. Oh, you poor baby. Oh, he rubbed your ear there. Here's some sugar for your lips and your mouth. Oh, poor baby. You know, the parents are turning away. The dad can't even stand to watch what's occurring. The mother, and the child has to turn away. Everyone, you know, and this is an experienced healer. This is what we mean by no people pleasing. You know, it's like there's a job to be done, and let's get the job done. Let's go through the healing. Let's get past the pain and the hurt. Not run from it, avoid it, dance around it, cover it over, placate it, you know, all the other things. Let's be direct, like razor sharp direct. And this is a good clip, what Suzanne was pointing at, like the difference between true healing and false healing. You know, it's like, again, with A Course in Miracles, you know, this course will be believed entirely or not at all. Some people react to that, you know, as if it's like some horrific thing. I think, isn't that wonderful? This course will be believed entirely or not at all. You know, when you work with A Course in Miracles, there's no compromise in this. You don't get any brownie points or bonus points for 99.9% healed. You know, just like with pregnancy, you're not partially pregnant. You're not partially healed. You know, you have to go for this. Which, for me, that just gave me incentive. Like, okay, if it's all or nothing, nothing is not an option. I'm not going to go through all this for nothing. I'm sorry. This is a little bit much for nothing. I mean, just think about it. You know, are you going for it? Are you going to put the pedal to the metal and hit the throttle and like say, okay, I'm going for it, or not? It's very difficult if you're trying to go half throttle. You know, it's very difficult if you think, well, maybe I'll get close. And even in Gary's book, where Gary talks about next lifetime, they tell him, you know, you have to start to look and say, okay, am I going to settle for next lifetime or not? You know, you really have to start to say, am I willing? Do I have the desire to really go for this? You know, fully.
Grace, this is where you come in. Come on. want you to get down here. Grace. I want you to come over here and sit next to me.
But why would he let me?
Grace, look at him. Look at him. He's okay. And you never did anything to let him down.
Oh.
Grace, listen to me.
Oh, I
Grace,
can't.
we've got to do this. Trust me, just one more time.
Do what?
I want you to come over here and sit next to me. Start right here where the neck is and the head, and I want you to stroke him. I want you to rub him and feel him all over. That's it. That's it. That's it. Go on ahead.
And this is a good example, you know, of seeing the call for love and not interpreting all that noise and all that rearing up as an attack. Think about it in your relationships. You know, when the partner, you know, Billy Joel wrote that song, The Stranger. When the stranger arises and it gets, you know, Bill, we were talking about when it gets bizarre, when things get really crazy and there's screaming and there's shouting and there's glares and glances and this and that, like the snorting and the kicking and everything like this. You know, see, he had the firm grip on the rope. The healer, the Holy Spirit, just sees it's a call for love. And then when finally the horse hits the ground and lets go, you hear, you know, this, like what it really wants is love. Behind that big show of bravado and anger. Think about it in the relationships. Instead of, oh, I'll show you and don't think you can control me, and you know, all those interpretations of like a power struggle, a control, power struggle, games like that. It's really just the Holy Spirit only sees two orders of thought, love and a call for love. And that's why the Holy Spirit heals. Because the Holy Spirit does not perceive attack. Does not even perceive attack. How could innocence perceive attack? That's what heals. It shows that there is no attack. Bodies can certainly seem to attack each other, but remember, that's just a perception that's coming from an egoic belief system and thought system. And when you release those thoughts, then you see the world differently. What once was perceived as an attack is no longer an attack. It's seen as whole, the field that we talked about. So this is really an important part here, because you can see that the Spirit has seen the call for love and says, you know, you need to do this for both of you, for you and for the horse. This expression of love is the expression of you didn't do anything wrong. No one did anything wrong. Not the horse, not her, you know. That this is what forgiveness is, the wrongness. Like in that Goodwill Hunting, you didn't do anything wrong. You know that's what heals. And so it's just so important to get to that point. And we know again in relationships, if you buy the bait and you perceive an attack, what happens?
War.
War. The defense